But it feels like if you listen to Kirk Herbstreit, he's the face of college football.
Oh, yeah.
His Rolodex in college football, I would assume, is a rather large one. Him having conversations about, and his kids are currently playing for the Clemson football team. His conversation and him saying gloom and doom is a bit bumming because I feel like he's probably right with that, Dix.
It's a shame because what we said when we talked about when the NFL put out the hashtag we want to play and the biggest names were doing it, we're like, oh, they're going to play then. Yeah. But Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence and the coaches are doing the we want to play, and I even signed a petition yesterday that said I want to watch them play.
One of the 230,000 strong or something.
And it's not going to mean a damn thing.
No. And by the way, as soon as it happened, I don't want to say I told you so, but I believe I said this is much different than the players, NFL players doing this, because in the NFL, the decision makers are prioritized around a couple things, football and money, okay? In college athletics, you see, there's a lot more to grandstand, pander, and take care of than just football. And that's why that petition, I don't think matters. I don't think – we got a phone call happening right now. I believe we're calling Shams Charania. Maybe we should turn that one down there. Shams Charania about to be on the line. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. I think Zito just ran to the bathroom or something like that. But I believe the college football thing is definitely in jeopardy, and I don't love it for all conferences, even though we think – and I have the utmost – faith in the SEC making football happen when nobody thinks football can happen for people, but it feels like they're probably going to get outnumbered here by the presidents and stuff like that.
Yes, and it would be awesome if we could get some sort of transcription or whatever of the doctors from conferences talking to each other. Because what are they saying?
That's what everybody in the ESPN was like, we'd like some transparency. Yeah. What do you guys know that we don't? What do you know? What do you know? Why aren't we playing? Because what we see is, okay, that age group doesn't get affected as bad, allegedly. Now, there was that thing that said myotis of the heart condition thing, but that happens after every single virus. I guess some other doctors have come out and say. So what do you know that everybody else doesn't know? What are the risks that you know about that these players and parents and coaches don't know about that are advocating so hard to play? We would just like a little bit of communication, and that won't happen because college football is run by 7,000 people, and that's just the way it goes.
Well, and like you mentioned, what's the point of having like a chief medical expert for the NCAA if every conference is just going to use whoever they want to use for their it makes no sense.
Well, the chief medical expert said it was like the Titanic just waiting for the band to play. It is going down. But every conference was like, well, you can talk however you want to talk. We will talk how we want to talk. And the NCAA has been completely powerless in this entire thing. And I think maybe that'll be a little beta situation for Mark Emmert going forward, maybe tail between the legs, that I don't matter at all.
I'm sure you've talked about the Justin Fields petition that he already has over, 200,000 signatures. Before I even get to the rest of it, do you think that matters? Is that going to have any impact? Can it have an impact?
No, that doesn't matter. Just like now, granted, I'm happy that Justin Fields has the leadership and the initiative ability to put this together and it to be a successful petition. But just like we've been saying all along this entire time, even with Trevor Lawrence coming out and saying we want to play and there potentially being a player coalition for the first time in the history of the NCAA, none of it matters because the people that are making decisions in college sports are people that don't necessarily have to love college sports. I mean, it's kind of I think they're kind of, it seems like you're potentially in Schitt's Creek without a paddle, pal. And that's kind of how it's always been in the NCAA when it comes to the players and their voices and their opinions and their ideas.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think if people in Ohio are sitting here in a couple months and they're watching teams in the SEC and the ACC play football games, they may, I don't know, it may bring up some anger that they have underneath the surface. And I don't know if they know exactly who to take the anger even out on. That's the thing. Who do they point it to? Right now it seems like at least the Big Ten people are directing their anger towards Kevin Warren, the Big Ten commissioner who has only had the job for, 6 months by now. So
poor guy.
Not even 6 months, I don't think.
He's got no shot, that guy. Kevin Warren's got no shot. How about coming into a commissioner of a league that's massive? The previous guy had 30 years. Then you hit a worldwide pandemic, and then a potential pausing of the sport that is beloved by most of the schools in there. You are completely in a terrible spot. But the thought of, did you see at Sir Yacht, Ohio legend, tweet this weekend? You saw that?
Yeah.
Did you know who Sir Yacht was before that tweet went viral?
I did not. You kind of put him on my radar.
I did not know who the fuck he was either, but boy, he is what we like to call a polarizing figure. I got a lot of tweets from people that were like, thank you for showing love to Sir Yacht without burying him, because, all the people who have insiders right now. If Sir Yacht gets a scoop over them, they hate Sir Yacht. So he was getting bashed by a lot of people, and then I got a lot of people tweeting me like, why are you retweeting some troll like Sir Yacht? And then I got other people that are like, hey, Sir Yacht was ahead of everybody whenever it came to football being postponed. Sir Yacht's got high inside sources, even though you don't know about him. I'm like, hey, I'm just excited to see what the fuck happens with Sir Yacht. And Sir Yacht is very much for the brand. The guy has a for the brand shirt and watches the show, so I'm hoping this guy is right. But everybody seems to say that there's no chance any Big Ten teams play in any other conference other than the Big Ten this fall.